I've played more than 150 hours in Kingdom Come Deliverance Part 2, and this game is just huge. And I mean, it's way deeper than I expected. So in this video I wanted to share with my experience and opinion about it, just discuss things which I liked the most and which I didn't. So if you didn't play this game, at the end you will be able to answer the question if it's worth it or not. And if you're playing it, just share with your opinion, I'm quite interested to see this. Also, this is Rudy Alex Video Games channel, where I'm doing different guides and analytics about different games, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. And the first thing that I should mention is that this game not a fantasy RPG, it's a historical game. You won't find any magic here or some stuff like that, but this is all about realism, and developers did a great job about providing us with the atmosphere of medieval times, of all its difficulties, struggles, how people were communicating to each other, what kind of issues they were specifically at that time, at that area, the graphics, landscapes, cities, and all that stuff, interactions with people. It just deserves special attention and a really huge respect to us for that huge and amazing job. And of course, when we're talking about the realism, the really important part is going to be about NPCs and the way how they are going to interact with you and what's going to matter. And the answer is pretty simple, literally everything. The way how you looks like, what kind of options during dialogue you're going to choose, if you're acting weird, if you're breaking the law, if you're doing some robberies, or if you're helping them with some side quests or something like that. Everything matters and will bring you to a certain outcome. This is really interesting because each walkthrough is going to be at some point unique. It makes you feel alive. The way when you're going just to walk around the city and you will see how people, NPCs, are working and communicate to each other on the market, for example, or whatever, in the tavern. It's quite an interesting observation. If you didn't try it, I suggest you just to walk around and enjoy a little bit the real world setting, let's say, because it really feels so. And yes, your reputation is going to play just a massive role and is going to define how NPCs are going to actually interact with you. Are they going to trade? Are they going to help you or not? Another huge moment is going to be about actually combats, battles, and fighting mechanic. Here they're also unique at some point, and if you're thinking that you will be able to win each battle just with spamming a certain attack, it's not the case. Here you really need to learn from scratch how to fight and spend quite some time. And yes, skills, perks, and the upgrade system is a whole nother story. Right now only about battles and how it works. And it's pretty much simple, like in real life. The more you're doing certain things, the more you're practicing, the better you're going to be at this specifically. So fighting, the more you fight, the better you will be in a certain aspect. Just also to keep in mind, there are a lot of weapons in this game, and each type of them is going to require some specific preparation, skill learnings, practicing with teachers. It's going to take some time. It's not like you're going to do everything perfectly from very beginning. Also different combats and their performance. You're going to learn different combinations through time, through communication with different trainers and NPCs. And difficulty of fights, again, it really deserves a special attention. I know I'm saying it again about special attention, but that's how it is for real. Many times you're going to face multiple enemies and they're going to attack you all together at once. and you will struggle a lot, at least at the very beginning. And here again matters literally everything. The way how you're equipped, the way how you're skilled, if you're performing well with a certain type of weapon or not. And to be honest with you guys, when I just started, I wasn't able to beat two simple enemies because I wasn't well equipped, I didn't have enough skills, and the main character, he just got really exhausted really fast. It was something, you can die because of exhaustion. That's how it works. Because of bleeding, getting wounded, everything matters. Even if you're finished the fight and you're bleeding and you're not getting care about your wounds, you may actually die. That's how it works here. So yeah, your equipment means really a lot. Let's say you're heavy armed, it will be easier for you to survive. For enemies, it will be harder to actually defeat you because they won't deal some critical damage. On the other hand, it's going to be more difficult for you to hit them because your attacks will be slower. They will have more time to block it or counterattack. And again, quite opposite, if you're in light armor or unarmed at all, your speed is going to increase, you will be consuming less stamina in this case, you will be able to spam with attacks more, and here you need to balance things out. Or sacrifice with your speed and have higher survivability, or being, let's say, more dangerous, more active, but also being able to die faster from 1 or 2 hits because you're unarmed. Skills and upgrading system, I already partially covered it. It's all about repeatedly doing this or that stuff. The more you're doing it, the better you will be in certain aspects. And just to briefly introduce you the whole system, we have like 4 pages with stats, with secondary stats, with some main skills, with some combat skills, and they are all going to be upgraded by repeating this or that processes. And at first you may say, why is it so complicated? Well, it provides you with multiple options to complete almost each mission. And here it's a little bit of a controversial topic for me personally. I enjoy when you have multiple options to complete this or that mission, but to get yourself prepared for this, it takes quite a lot of time, and you really may spend like hours for just farming levels or discovering the world, and this is at some point just a little bit of the moment which I hate. But on the other hand, of course, enjoy it. And yeah, at some point I already mentioned this moment, so the outfit, how it looks like, there are several ways and options, like a nobleman, like a knight, or just like a simple human. And each style of your outfit, it's going to actually make a certain impact on communication with NPCs. And the other reason to actually work on your skills is going to be about the quality of equipment. What I mean, each piece of weapon or armor, it has its own level of quality. And of course you will be able to buy a lot of things from traders, it's not a problem here at all. But the highest possible quality, you will be able to achieve it only by crafting it on your own, and to do this you need to get certain levels, and this is going to be applicable for weapons, for poisons, so alchemistry. You need to spend some time for this. The other moment which I hate at some point in this game is going to be about the early grinding and earning your first money. It's quite a huge problem, and I mean, it takes a lot of time, because you just really have to work. Me personally, I wasn't able to beat any bandits that were beginning with some really good equipment because they were stronger than I had to, I don't know, find ways to really earn it, to work, to complete certain quests, tasks, to craft some things, and after that sell it. It was a whole journey for several hours to just begin my way. Yeah, you can steal a lot of things, and this an option in this game, but if we're talking about some huge amounts, guardians, they're going to find this out, and they will find you. Anyways, you will have to pay back, you will have a chance to get into jail, so your reputation is going to be affected in this case. It's not that easy at all. The main story of this game, oh man, it really deserves its credit. It's on a whole another level, especially in compared to the first part. If you didn't play it, it's not a big deal. The game is going to guide you through some main points, so there is no big deal about it. But the job devs have done about it, it's really strong. And the whole tragedy of it, the progress of our main character, how he deals with it, the relationships between different characters with our main character, it's something. It provides you a lot of different emotions. In some moments you're really worried about the outcome, you're afraid that someone is going to die or not, and certain things that they're going to happen like really unexpected. But also there are a lot of really fun moments. Sometimes you're watching this and you're getting out of your mind just because it's completely hilarious. That's something crazy. And you may say, okay, maybe with the main storyline that's fine, but what about side quests? Maybe they're not that good? It's not the case at all. And moreover, I'm going to tell you that almost all of them, they have their own story behind it, which you're going to find out while completing it, and they're all interesting. There are some drama, funny moments, even tournaments, and a lot of other stuff. I didn't have enough time to complete all of them. They are really a lot. Well, what can I provide you as a conclusion of the whole this story? First of all, and of course, which I already mentioned, this game definitely deserves its credit, there is no questions about it at all. From negative aspects, what can I also tell you? There are not many of them. Honestly, maybe some bugs I've seen during my walkthrough, but they're not that huge, and for such a big game, that's kinda okay. Also devs, they're providing some regular updates, they are trying to fix it in patches and so on, so I can't say it's a huge negative moment. The only one maybe which I can mention is going to be about the time which you're going to spend in this game, even just for farming some stuff, not just, you know, enjoying the storyline or doing some side quests which are taking a lot of time on its own. And yeah, a lot of dialogues and discussions, but if you're going to think about it, to get into it, it's going to make a total sense. Maybe at very beginning it's not going to be exactly what you're expecting, but when you're going to get deep into it, everything is going to make a total sense. And if you're a fan of realism, of some tragedy, I don't know, of some hardcore gameplay, this game is going to be, I believe, one of the best purchases for you. You won't regret it at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and this was helpful at some point. I've provided my opinion, my thoughts, my feelings about it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.